Hey guys, welcome back to my next book preview video. This week we have The Art of Mirka Andolfo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, and we've got 3 books here. So of these 3, we will start with MK19. This is a yearly book. So this is the front and back, very luminous, very vibrant. They're all like this style. I don't know if this company makes them or just sells them, but let's get straight into this. So you can probably tell from the get-go, if you're not familiar with this artist, there are going to be some sort of pin-ups throughout. They're not hardcore. Most of them I can show on YouTube, but there will be some stuff that I cannot show, so I will be skipping some pages, but I'm not planning on showing the full book anyway, just because I want to get through all 3 of these and just give you guys a little bit of a preview to support the artist. As usual, I will put links in the description box below to where you can buy this. The main place is, of course, Mirka's website. And you'll notice throughout these pages, they've got these different symbols on which indicate whether it's traditional, digital, whether it's from the social media pages, or whether it's a published piece, things like that. So that's pretty cool. I've not seen that before in a book. And there's also a mix of mediums as well. So I've noticed digital, I've noticed some traditional, what I assume is pencils, inks, things like that. Obviously it says traditional where appropriate. And there's also quite a lot that look like they're done in what I assume is Copic markers, you know, cool greys and warm greys, but don't quote me on that. So I'm not super familiar with the artist, if I'm being honest. I found them recently on social media, saw they had a few art books, and I could not resist. This is really cool, by the way. I'm a big fan of The Witcher, so I really like this. I believe that each of these books, roughly speaking, is about 64 pages. Really nice quality sketches. I really like the stylization. Mirka is quite a well-known comic book artist, and for those of you that watch my videos, you'll know I'm not actually that big on comics. I don't know loads about it. I really appreciate the art, but I believe from what it says in the back of these books, in fact, we will take a look, because I think I've shown enough of this one. If you want to pause this and read through anything, there's a bit of information here which says some of the comics that Mirka's worked on, like Mercy, and I think what's called Unnatural, Sweet Paprika, and there's quite a few actually. She's got a surprisingly large list of books that she has worked on, or art pieces she has worked on. So this is going to be the next book. We'll get straight into this. Again, I'm not going to be previewing the whole book, as you can imagine. If you want to support the artist or see the rest of the book, you can of course buy the book on the website, which I will link below. Now for me, I'm a big fan of pin-up art and sort of slightly exaggerated styles. I used to really like complete realism, but I've kind of gone off that and I prefer a little bit more fun, cartoony work. These books do seem to have some decent fan art in as well, sprinkled throughout all of them. I'm not sure what that one in particular is from, but there is some, you know, I've noticed some Resident Evil stuff, which I thought was really cool, and then some other stuff that I'm probably less familiar with. She has worked for big companies as well, like DC, and I couldn't even begin to list them all. But yeah, she's really got an impressive portfolio, to say the least. Some really awesome fan art there. You'll notice these books are a mix of black and white, sketches, inkwork, and also complete colour, which is a really nice mix. If you are a fan of Mirka's books, you can also buy this one. Obviously it's a little bit smaller, but this is just the Mirka Andolfo sketchbook. This is sketchbook volume 1. I only have that one, but there is a total of 5, and I really wanted to get those, but I opted to get that one and these 3, which are a little bit larger, have colour in them. My preference is actually the smaller sketchbook. If I'm being honest, I really want to get my hands on those. I'm guessing they're a little bit older, and these are probably the newer ones. So again, a bit of information there at the back if you want to read this. You'll notice as well, these are limited editions, so if you do want any of these books, definitely buy them before they are out of stock, because you may struggle to get them in the future. So on to MK21 and a half. I'm not sure why it's 21 and a half. Maybe it was a little bit late out. But yeah, I believe this is the most recent one at the time of me recording this. You'll also notice they do come signed. So they're all a very similar sort of theme in terms of the content that's included. But yeah, they're really awesome. For me, the biggest downside is because I am in the UK, they are a little bit trickier to get hold of. Or maybe not trickier to get hold of, because you can still buy them online on a website. But the shipping cost, unfortunately, is very heavy when you consider the price of the books. I think these ones are about $30 on the website, and the smaller sketchbooks, these ones as shown, are about $25. So they're not a bad price, but the shipping can be more expensive than that. So that's why I had to order a couple together to sort of make it worthwhile. And you'll see a lot of comic book covers throughout some of her comics as well. Sweet Paprika as mentioned. I'm not familiar with this one. So there is a little bit of everything in here, but as mentioned, I would say mainly if you're into like pin-up art and things like that, you're probably going to appreciate these more. And comic book art, of course. And I think I'm going to pretty much leave it at that. Yes, there's still a lot more content to show throughout these books. But yeah, you need to support the artist, of course, if you want to see more. I don't want to give too much away. And we're pretty much done. We're going to leave it at that. I know there's still loads of pages that I haven't shown. This is only a small preview, but, you know, support the artist and buy the book if you like their work. But I wanted to show these on camera because I couldn't find many previews at all, and I wasn't sure which one to order. It kind of put me off ordering for quite a long time. So hopefully if you are in the same position I was, hopefully this video helps. And maybe I'll preview the sketchbooks on camera in the same way if I manage to get hold of the others. But that's pretty much it, guys. Awesome fan art to end on. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more content.